going to learn about basic algebra, in which I will explain you what is term, expansion of brackets, collecting like terms, and everything into it. In order to learn it in the best way, please make sure you take good notes of all the key information and write down all the questions on your notebooks, please. In this video, you are going to learn about basic algebra, which includes terms, like terms, expansion of brackets, with plenty of worked example and practice questions to test your skill. Please make sure you take good notes, and the best way to learn is to write down all questions and all information with me. First, I will explain you what is a term. A term is basically a collection of alphabets, numbers, alphanumeric terms, and brackets that are multiplied or divided together. Alphanumeric terms are the terms which has got numbers and alphabets together. I have put circle around each type of terms. Before I explain the types of terms we have, let me tell you one more thing. We can separate a term by addition plus or subtraction minus symbols. The first one we have is a number term, which is this one. 3 is a term. Second one, in 3a, a is a term. Minus 3b, b is a term. 3a square. A square is a term. Just as a is same as 1a, similarly 4x is same as, if we write it as 4 times x. 4x or 4 times x is the same thing. The reason we don't write the multiplication sign is to not to have any confusion while we are solving these terms and expressions. If you don't see a sign, we have a minus 3b, so that's a negative term. If you don't see a sign in front of the first term, it means there is an invisible positive sign, which we don't write it, but it means we have an invisible positive sign to the left of the term. So that's all just the basic information about the terms part. And now we will cover the next part of having like terms and unlike terms. X squared plus 4 in this is the expression. So in this expression, x squared and 4 are terms. Just like we covered 3a square, a square is a term and 3 is a term. So in the expression we have x squared plus 4, x squared and 4 are terms. The next thing, we will now work on collecting the like terms. What are the like terms? Like terms contains exactly same combination. This is what we see in the like terms. I'll show you some examples here. See, like a plus a plus a. So all these terms, this is first term, that's second term, and in this all these 3 terms, 1, 2 and 3 terms, they all are exactly same, a and a. We can add them together and write it as 3a. Let's have a look at the second one. So the term in this one is a, and in third one is an a. So what we can do, we can add them all of them together, because all of these terms are exactly same, like I mentioned it here, that they have the same combination. The combination in the second one is of alphanumeric combination, where the first term is number, then we have alphabet, so they got the same combination. So if you see in these emojis, we can add them together. The reason we can add them together, because they are exactly same. So first one, second one, third one, they are all same. So what we can do is like 1, 1, and 1. So we can add the terms together, which gives us 3a. We can add them together, and the reason is very simple. They are exactly same. Look for the second one as well. In second one, exactly same. Yes, we can add them together. So now let's look at now the unlike terms. So in unlike term, what we would see is the combination. We don't have the exact or same combination. We go, this x is a different term, 3 and y, nothing common, so we do nothing. We can't do anything in this one. We write exactly like this. So a in the second one, what you can see in the second one, a, x, and b square, all of them are different. Remember, so different, when it's different, we cannot add like terms. So we cannot add them together, the like terms part. So I've explained everything in full detail. What are the like terms? They have the same combination, and the unlike terms have the different combination, and we cannot add unlike terms. So now after that, what we will do is we will start doing some questions together. So these are some of them. For you simplify each of them, easy peasy. Please write down all the questions on your notebook and start doing all these questions. What I'm going to do 1 or 2 questions for you, and then rest of them you can do it yourself. So let me do this number 6 for you. So first I will check which terms are same: x, 5x, 2x, and minus 3x. All the terms are same, so what we can do, we can 5x, x plus 5x is 6x, 6x plus 2x is 8x, then I have a negative 3x. So I will do, in this one, I will take numbers from numbers. 8 minus 3 is 5, and then x would be my answer. So easy peasy. First we can done, and then let me see if I can do one more for you. So 6b minus 4b, both terms are like terms. What we can do, we can simply 6 minus 2, which is 4, and write b along with it. So 4b would be our answer. So please do all these questions yourself. These are all with you, and then after that we're gonna come on to a little bit few more advanced questions. So first thing what you need to do is write all the questions on your notebook, and then start doing all the questions together. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just show you one of the example, or one I can do for you, and then the rest of them you can do all by yourselves. So let's look at number 44. So what I would do, number 8 one. So what will do, I will 44, I will arrange all the number terms. This 44 minus 45, and then minus 34n plus 34n minus 34n plus 45n, and then the last term minus 82m. After that we can simply simplify all of them together, and you will get the answer. Please do all these remaining questions yourself. The next second part of this video is expanding brackets. Now first I'm gonna tell you one set of brackets, how you can expand the one sets of brackets. You can expand brackets by multiplying the term or a number in front of the brackets. So this is a bracket, and the way to expand is you multiply the term or a number. The term or a number in front of the brackets. So in front of these brackets, what term or number we have? What we're gonna do, we're gonna multiply 3 with everything inside the brackets. Everything inside the bracket we have 2a plus 3. That's how we expand it. I'm gonna show it to you now. So I will time the number which is in front of the bracket with the first term first. 3 times 2a. Then we write this sign, plus sign. After that, I'm gonna times now the term 3 with the second term, which is 3 times 3. That gives us 3 times 2 is 6a. Numbers, we times numbers with numbers. 3 times 2 is 6, and then a as it is. Then we write the plus sign, and then for the second one, 3 times 3 times 3 is 9. So our answer would be the 6a plus 9. So again, what we're gonna do in order to expand the brackets, you multiply the term or a number in front of the brackets. This is a bracket, we go to expand it, we multiply the number with everything inside the brackets by doing so. So first we times 3 with 2a, which is first time. 3 times 2a is 6a, and then we times 3 with the second term. 3 times 3 is 9. The general form of the expansion is, this is given here, which is a into b plus c. So the general form says you multiply a with both terms. So you multiply the first one, as this emoji is saying, the first terms with both of them. ab, we times a with b, which gives us ab, and then we times a with c, which gives us ac. So we're gonna times it with both the terms. And the same rule applies for the negative. If you have a negative sign inside the bracket, then we're gonna ab, and then that's gonna be minus ac. A times b is ab, then a times c is then minus ac. The rule is same, the only difference is then you're gonna have just the minus sign, whereas in the positive one you have the positive plus sign. Now let me do the next example for you as well with the negative sign. First times 2 times 4 is 8, and then next one we're gonna write the minus sign, and after that we're gonna times the 2 with the second term. 2 times minus 2b is minus 4b. So that would be our answer. I hope you guys are taking good notes. The next part we have is multiplying the variable. F times f equals to f squared. These are just the basic rules. If you follow them, then it should be all okay. Previously we were doing the terms where we have the addition parts, where we were dealing. Now it's with multiplying the variable. We were adding the variables before, now we are dealing when we have our time exam. So f times f would be equal to f square. If we go any other alphabet or a letter, in this case b times b times b equals to b cube. So what is basically happening in these one, or f cube would be equal to the other way around, f times f times f. So if you have f cube, that means f times f times f. That's one of the other rule of the in multiplying variable, one of the most important rules. What it says basically, if the two, this part and this part, is bases are same, a and m bases are same in this one, the bases, this is the part I'm talking about. If the bases are same or the terms are exactly same, then what you can do, you can basically write down the term or the base, and then you can add the powers. Then you can add these two powers together. Then you can add m and n, you can add them, m plus n. Let me give you an example. Let's say if you got 3 to the power 4 times 3 to the power 6. As you can see in this one, the term or the base, we can call it a base as well, terms are same, 3 and 3. What we can do, we can write 3 there, and then the next step, the most important step, 4 and 6, we can add them together. 4 plus 6, it would be 3 to the power 10 according to this above formula. So if the terms, both of the terms are same, it can be a number or an alphabet, then what you can do, you can add the powers together. 4 plus 6 equal to 3 to the power 10. If you want to practice or have more in-depth study of multiple variables multiplication, please check my video on squares and cubes on my channel. So if you go back to the first video, you'll find full in-depth study or full in-depth explanation of everything, please. After that, now we have the next one is basically, if you have got it in brackets form, like 4a and then square, how would you solve it? This is one of also very important rule in Algebra 1. Whenever you have anything with these brackets, everything, please always remember, inside the bracket, this power, you need to apply this power to all these both two numbers. So this power belongs to 4 square and also to a as well, 4a square. That gives us answer as 16a square. The common mistake which students usually make in these type of question is what they do, they only apply the power to one term, just 4. They write 16a instead of 16a square. But please always remember, if you have a bracket or indices and then you have a power, you need to apply the power to every single term. In this one we have 4 a's, we got to apply the square to the 4 and a as well. It's 4 square a square equal to 16a square. In the next example, have a look at this one now. So in this one we have 4 in the bracket a square. So now this square term, this power 2, we only need to put it to a because the 4 is outside the bracket, is outside. So this square has got nothing to do with 4. So this square or power 2 only applies to a. So we can write it as 4 as a square as our answer. So please remember these two different things. In this first case, we have a square, we got to apply to both of them. In the second one, the 4, we just times 4 with whatever answer we get from this bracket part. And for this question, it's 4a square. Now you got do it yourself section, please. You got to do all these 7 questions by yourself. I'll just do one question, so if you need any help, you should be okay after that. So this is first one. So please remember in this thing, what we got to do, numbers with numbers, we will type 9 times 9 is 81, and alphabets with the alphabet, the same term with the same term word, j square. So j 4 times j square. So as we just did it, we can write it as 81 j6. Why j6? Because we just learned it. that if the term base is same, j was same, then what we can do, we can add the powers together. 4 plus 2, it gives us j6. That's how we got 81 j6 as an answer. I've got some more exam style questions for you to do, please. All 10 of them I've done similar kind of question, and when I've explained it to you in full detail, please do 1 to 10 question by yourself. In the -1, there is only one new thing you need to know. When you have a negative sign outside the bracket, when you have a minus sign outside the bracket, what it does, it reverses the sign of everything inside the bracket. So it will reverse the sign of every single thing inside the bracket. So let's look at this first question. So this -3 plus a, what it would do, it will change my +3 to -3 minus a. For the second one also, if you have a negative sign outside the bracket, what it would go, it will reverses the sign. So this a, like I mentioned, first I mentioned it to you on the very start of the video, if there is no sign, then it means there is an invisible positive sign. So that positive sign will also change. So for this one, we would have -3 times a is -3a. We're gonna, rest of the things are same. We're gonna times -3 with a, which is -3a, and then -3 with b, which will make -3 times plus b is -3b. So what we can see clearly here, a minus sign outside the bracket reverses, what it does, it reverses the sign of everything inside the brackets. So please do all of these questions, do it yourself, please. And also always remember this part, please, that a negative sign or a minus sign outside the bracket will change the sign of everything inside the bracket. Last part for this one is simplifying the expressions. So we do simplifying the same thing, but we have two things a bit in a longer form. So what you do for this one is basically, I'm just gonna do one question, and then all the remaining question you guys can do it yourself, please. It's a little bit challenge for Viana as well in this one. So what you do, so 3 times 3x plus 4, so we're gonna times 3 with 3x, which is 9x, and then 3 with 4 is 12. So first part is done. Then after that we go -3x -3 into 2x plus 1. So what you're gonna do, -3 times 2x is -6x, -3 times +1 is -3. This minus sign will change the sign of everything inside the bracket, which I just explained you in full detail. After that, what do you do after that in solving the expression part, please? What you're gonna do after this, you're gonna collect the like terms. Please remember this step. After that, that's not the end of the question. We got to collect the like terms. What are the like terms in this one? 9x and -6x. So 9x minus 6x, and then plus 12 minus 3. So 9x minus 6x gives you 3x, plus 12 minus 3 gives you 9. So that would be your answer. So please make good notes and attempt all exam style questions, and try to do all the remaining questions yourself, please. Now we are moving towards a bit advanced version of expanding pairs of brackets. Expanding bracket, now we got pairs of brackets. Where if you got 2 pairs of brackets, what you got to do is basically multiply each term in the left bracket with each term in the right bracket. So you go to multiply each term in the left bracket with the each term in the right bracket. In this case, basically we got two terms, a and 4 in the left bracket. We got to times a and 4 with each term in the right bracket. So let's do it. So first one, I'm gonna times a with b, timings a, which is ab, and then I'm gonna times a with minus 2, which is minus 2a. So I have multiplied each term in the left bracket, the first one, with the each term in the right bracket. So the first term I multiplied a with b and then a with minus 2. I got to do now the same with this second term. So 4 with b plus 4 times b is plus 4b, with now 4 with minus 2 is minus 8. So that's how you expand a pair of brackets. You're gonna times each term in bracket first bracket with the each term in the second bracket, which I have done. So for the two of them we got. Then after that, what we do is basically we collect the like terms. In this one, do you see any like? AB minus 2a plus 4b, there is no like term. So what we do, we would do nothing, and that would be our answer for expansion of these two brackets. Let's come on to the second one now, please. In second one, same. First, what we do, we will just solve this part first, and we will times 2 with w, it's 2w, and then 2 with minus 4 gives us minus 8. After that, z plus 2. So now we're gonna do the same thing which we did with the first one. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna times 2w with z first, with 2wz, and then we're gonna have 2w with 2, which will give us plus 4w. After that, next step would be timings minus 8 with z is minus 8z, and then minus 8 with 2 minus 16. Then are there any next thing to do after that is, are there any like terms? There are no like terms in this expression, so we will leave that one as an answer. So here are now some expansion question for you guys to do, 1 to 8. Please do these tasks for year 7, year 8, year 9, and also GCSE's foundation and higher students, please. If you want to grade 9 or higher grades, then please practice the whole videos 5 times. Just practice the whole video 5 times and write down all the questions. What it will do, it will basically enhance your math skills, and you would be very flamboyant and confident on maths after that. Now, bit more last advanced question on expansion of brackets. These are also for year 7, year 8, year 9, and GCSE students as well. So if you have more than 2 brackets, if you have got more than 2, where we have 1, 2, and 3 brackets, so what we would do is, first thing, there are 2 steps. Multiply first and the second. Multiply first and second together, and whatever result you get by timings first and second, you're gonna time the result of first and second with the third one, with this one. So I'm gonna do one example in front of you, and then it should be all okay. I'm starting with the first 2. Here you can see s plus 3 t plus 2. So same rules. First, s times t is st. Then I'm going to times s with 2 which is plus 2s. Now the next one, 3 with t is plus 3t, and 3 with 2 is plus 6. Look for any like terms after that. We have no like terms in this one. So what we're gonna do, this is our answer for the first two. What I'm gonna do, we're gonna times this answer with the third one, which is v minus 3. So we can write v minus 3 first, and then write down the whole thing, this answer, st plus 2s plus 3t plus 6. So then what we do is basically we're gonna time, the rule is same, v with everything, vst, and v with 2s plus 2vs, then v with 3t, 3vt, and then v with 6 is plus 6v. Now I'm gonna times minus 3 with all of them. The same rules, please. The answer would be minus 3 st minus 6s minus 9t minus 18. So if there are any like terms in these when we do it, otherwise what we do is basically that would be our answer. So that's how we solve it. In short, we times the first two first, which I did in this one. This is mainly for year 9, 10 and 11, 10 and 11 students mainly. You times the first two first, whatever answer you get, then you time the third one with all of them, please. Now I've got plenty of questions here for you guys to do it yourself, please. I'm just gonna attempt one more question for you guys, then after that it would be the end of this video. So let's look at a plus b all cubes. When you have any questions like this, the cube means you go 2 times a plus b 3 times with itself. So 3 times, what you're gonna do basically in this one, the rule same, first we will time the first two terms, whatever answer we get for the first two, we're gonna times it with the third one. So let's see the answer for the first two. So a times a is a square, a times b is ab, and then after that we got b times a is plus ab, and b times b is b square. So any like term, yes, we have like terms ab, so we can write it as a square plus 2ab plus b square. And what we're gonna do now, we're gonna times this answer with the third one, a plus b. So we can write a plus b in front of it and then times it just like we did the last example. So a times a square is a cube, a times 2ab is 2a square b, and then a times the last one is plus ab square. Now I'm gonna do with the b same, b a square b plus b times 2ab is 2ab square, and then plus b times b square is plus b cube. So that's how you do it, and this one would be our answer. If there are any like terms, we can combine the like terms, otherwise this one would be our answer. Please do all the remaining question by yourself, and if you get stuck with any question, you can write it to ask me in the comment section, and I have covered everything. Make sure you do all these questions yourself as well. Practice it a couple of times. It should be all okay. Hope you guys enjoyed this lesson, and if you practice it, then you should have no problem. Then you will master the algebra and the next topic easily as well. Thank you.